Hello Wanderers, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Jon Targaryen, and in the aftermath of the war with Viserys Targaryen, the Lord of the Stormlands, who had risen up against the rightful king, our brother, King Aegon VI. We do not find ourselves at the end of war, for now we must deal with this Blackfyre pretender to the throne, the self-styled King Aegon here, who wishes to take the Seven Kingdoms for his own. Well, despite our brother's perceived failings in the eyes of some, he is still our brother, and he has not really given us any particular reason to be disloyal at the moment. So we are going to continue to assist him here by sending our forces in to attempt to deal with the... to deal with the rebels. Viserys has risen up against in revolt. The rebels will pay dearly for this. I guess he tried to imprison Viserys? Great. Alright, well, let's take a look. Take a look at this real quick and see what's going on here. So he's going up against, of course, Balon. So I guess that war was not really done. We had crushed their forces, but yet they still, for whatever reason, refused to stand down. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll go. I guess we'll go and try to take down Viserys here for the final time. I don't think this one will be too difficult. I mean, the Dornish are going in here, though. Let's assist the Dornish here. If they're going to go in and engage the forces of the rebels here, then we might as well assist them. Because they got a pretty big army. Yeah, they're going in. All right, we're going to help. We're going to go up. Oh, are they going in? They're going around, that's for sure. Come on, Dornish, we can handle this. I do want to raise up my knights, as some people pointed out there. We don't have our knights because they are still in Winterfell, so they're going to come in with a little bit of an army here and join us, and then we'll gather up and potentially take down the Blackfyres here. I'd love to be able to draw them into a fight. Come on, Dornish. We'll do some sieges, but yeah, it doesn't look like the Dornish want to join in just yet, so I'll have to hold off. Never back down, friendly fatal casualties. That's pretty good. I do like that one. You can see Jon's grown a beard. I mean, he's 25, you know, he's been fighting war for a long time. Beard seems fitting for such a man who has proven himself a very capable commander. So our knights are going to come and join us here. Oh, what do we got here? Can we draw you into a fight? It's a little game of cat and mouse here that we're playing. Well, two can play at that game. Or a dozen if you're counting everybody who's around here. Come on, Dornish. We could surely beat them. Oh, and look there. Look, the army of the Graftons is coming to join us. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to take them on here. I'm gonna just hold off till they get a little closer, and then we're probably gonna engage. Yeah, here we go. All right. I'm just trusting. I'm really hoping that our allies are gonna come in here. They're surrounding us. Like, surely they could see. Yeah, there we go. Good. So we're leading off the battle here, proving ourselves very capable. I mean, we are considered the marshal, the master at arms of the Seven Kingdoms, so earning our place as the war leader of the Seven Kingdoms here. We bring our massive army to bear. Oh, single combat. Was waiting for this. Oh, and Queen Rhaenys is fighting in the battle. Hell yeah. Good for her. Hober and I stalk around each other, each weighing our options. He lifts a fearsome mace, while I grip my own sword ice tightly. Look at this sword, damn. The deadly weapon feels cool and weighty in my grasp. This fight may be only till first blood. I don't know if it's only till first blood. Better men than you have. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. Oh, he's 55. Yeah, this guy stands no chance against us. I'll show you how I have my sword. Now, attack. Attack first and attack hard. On guard. Putting all my strength into my first strike, I leap straight for Hobber, hefting my sword high into a powerful cleave that sends him reeling. Well aware that he is utterly outmatched, Hobber hurls himself at me bodily, forcing me backwards with all the desperation of the doomed. My form is good and only small errors, but I am the fastest blade in the north. In battle, I'm an artist. Every strike is a brush stroke. Every fallen foe or gout of blood, a splash of paint. As I brandish my sword, switching seamlessly between flourish and strike, I paint a picture of agony across my foe. Hobber stays stock still, seemingly hoping I'll throw down my sword. This will work just like in the legends. Indeed, we will use this legendary move here. I do my best to recall the legends in the spur of the moment and try to heft my sword as the heroes of old. It's enough for a solid blow against my surprise foe. He retaliates with a smooth, flowing series of rapid thumps and crushing thwacks, each strike forcing me back a little bit more. That's all the best. That's the best you've got. You can't even hit me. I'll show you how I heft a sword. And there we go. Confidence lends competence, as they say, and my strikes prove that. Hobber fights like a man possessed, lashing out with a never-ending storm of crushing thwacks that force me back and back. It's not until he takes a second to exult in his imminent victory that I'm able to land a desperate blow to his temple with the pommel of my sword. Hobber staggers back blindsided, giving me a solid opening to swipe away his mace with a powerful cleave. With no weapon left, my opponent is at my mercy, and he knows it. Bitter yield is mine in moments. So, we have, I suppose, beaten him here? I stand over the broken form of Hobber, broken but not dead. The battle rages on around us. There's no time to waste. I must either kill him or claim him. I think that we are going to have our squire put him in chains. Indeed, we shall. See if we get into any other single combats here. Maybe we'll go up against the false King Aegon himself. Well, that would be ideal. We're definitely going to look at the effects from this battle. Samantha Legod swore to avenge the death of Garland Bulwer, who was slain in battle by me. Huh. Alright, let's take a look at the details of this fight here, because that was a pretty epic battle. So, we captured Master Gior, captured Viserys Targaryen, captured, oh wow, we captured like a lot of his knights. We slew Garland Bulwer while he was retreating from battle. We maimed Lord Lymond here of House Leicester. Looks like Master Wilfred was wounded. Balin Swan slew Alan. So look at this, all the Kingsguard fighting in here. Mandon Moore, Ben Bushy, Balin Swan. Looks like Lord Buford was slain by good old Willem Dustin. Damn, so just a Lord Jaemond of House Hallamore slain. Oh, a Bracken was slain as well. Lord Humphrey of House Bracken was slain there. Any other important ones? Oh wow, Queen Rhaenys got a kill. Impressive, Rhaenys. She slew Master Aemir. Lord Dagos killed Lord Rufus of House Leek. And we lost Lord Ardrian the Red Crab was slain in that battle. He was slain by Master Lywin. And, oh, Orain Waters slain in that battle as well. So, that was not a completely one-sided battle, but heavily favoring our side here. All right, let's go deal with Viserys here before he can siege down. Looks like these guys are going to do fine with sieging back all those castles, while we can go and deal with Viserys. I wonder if it's going to be himself here. Can we catch him? It's just chasing him down. There's running. Oh, there we go. Now we got you. Let's see if he's in the army himself. Yeah, it is. All right. Come on, Viserys. You can't You can't continue this fight. Surely you must know that it is over. Oh, I forgot about my knights. Oh, here they are. Good thing they didn't just like get killed. All right, head to King's Landing. We'll meet with you there. Pick up our reinforcements here. There we go. Slaying the army of Viserys. So he just refused. He just refused to surrender, obviously. Once the battle was done, even though we crushed his forces utterly, he tried to run, tried to raise one last little army. It wasn't enough. And that will be probably the end of him quite soon. We could siege down Storm's End. He'll probably retreat there. And obviously that would be a long and difficult siege, but there we go. We do have our forces here, so we've got all of our knights and everything. So that is going to be a big boon to our forces here. See if we can catch some of the rest of those armies here. Oh, he's moving that way. All right. All right. I think we can catch him. We're going to do our best to just finish off Viserys here so that we can deal with the Blackfyres all at once. There we go. Catch him here. All right, Viserys, come on. I'd love to capture him. The faith of the Seven Company of Casterbridge has been established by Lord Paramount Tyrion. Interesting. What are you doing? What are you doing over there, Tyrion? Over here in the Westerlands, just waiting for an opportunity to use your unique talents to your advantage. And there we go. Once again, slain. But Viserys still, he somehow, this wily man somehow continues to evade our attempts to capture him and put him in chains, essentially. Do we still not have our knights? Come on. I thought I raised all of you. Raise. All right, maybe there's a few. Yeah, okay. There's a few more knights here. All right. So these 4 knights are going to travel south. Ah, here we go. So what happened? Oh, Viserys is dead? He died. There we go. Okay, so looks like Viserys was captured. And then probably just after that battle. So I'm imagining that Viserys tried to flee and we surrounded the area with our forces. Maybe even just found him like dressed like a commoner trying to like sneak his way away. And yet we managed to capture him, bring him to King's Landing, where he was executed by the good King Aegon VI, and now Viserys' son, Lord Paramount Daeron, rules the Stormlands. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, well, we shall see, but perhaps King Aegon will be merciful on the line of Viserys and allow Daeron to continue to rule there. But I imagine that he shall be carefully watched, and he's probably going to be a hostage here in King's Landing, to be completely honest. And now Balon's just like he's not gonna surrender here, so King Aegon's trying to imprison him, and he's just gonna rise up again, but he has barely any support left. He's gonna stand no chance. Once we deal with the Blackfyres, we will go and deal with Balon Greyjoy. Oh, I do not want to take all of that attrition here. There's so much of it. Could probably go and take... Well, let's see. Take Duskendale itself and then just kind of make our way. I mean, let's see. What are we going to take? 300 casualties? Okay, we can suffer a little attrition here, I think. I would rather go and face them in the army here. Everybody's gathering up, so it looks like we're going in for one more big battle here. And let us see how things play out in this potentially decisive battle. of the war here. So, oh, Queen Rhaenys was wounded. Our sister was wounded in that fight. That's unfortunate. And so it is done in that battle once more. Details of this battle, anything important? Killed Lord Courtney Penrose and Lord Duncan of House Little. Duncan Big Little Little was slain there. Oh, we need a new spy master. Did Roose Bolton die? Let's put a Karstark in charge, I suppose. But what happened to Roose Bolton, the Dreadfort? Oh no, he just decided that he doesn't want it. I see. Look at this. We're gonna have to go and deal with the situation in the north, because the Northern Lords are kind of just at this point refusing to have anything to do with the South. And I will talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the episode and how we're going to deal with that situation. But for now, we are going to simply continue with what we have been doing here and dealing with these rebellious lords. So we may actually head down to the Stormlands, maybe try to siege down the castle that this pretender king holds. Oh, what's going on here? Who's leading this army? I'm not sure, but looks like, where are you, Queen Rhaenys? Okay, so she's, at least our sister isn't engaged in this fight, but we're gonna try to get in here and assist in this fight, because looks like the armies here are going to be caught. Uh-oh. Oh, we got there. Oh, we not in time, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to retreat probably back to King's Landing here. So we actually did face one loss in that fight there. Anything of interest here? Lord Hagen killed Lord Royland nobly, and we captured a bunch. Can we ransom some of these people? We do have a lot of money. Let's see. Just ransom all these lords here. We need the money to pay for the war, so gather up with our knights here in the Red Keep. There we go. I wonder if we can draw them into a battle here. Hopefully our allies will come to our aid. Looks like they will. Excellent. Our dynasty has unlocked ordained rulership. Very good. And this battle will definitely turn in our favor. As you can see, oh, and we gained the trait Blade Master, so 45. Look at that. Surely we are the top dog in terms of the greatest warriors of the realm here. No, not sum of all skills, prowess. So the only warrior who is known to be greater than us is the Sword of the Morning himself, Arthur Dayne. That makes sense. I mean, we were Arthur Dayne's squire, so it's not really a surprise that we would be essentially the second greatest bladesman in the entire realm. Next to us is Lord Jaemond Revere, and then Lord Lucerys of Driftmark, followed by Mandon Moore and Lord Jaime of the Sir Jaime of the Westerlands here. And he's getting old, 45. So there we go. We are once. Oh no! Queen Rhaenys was slain in battle by Master Hugo of Stallion's Grove. Wow. All right. So the queen, our sister, who is a brave warrioress herself, going into battle, fighting alongside, and was unfortunately slain in that battle. A warrior queen, but a warrior queen who was slain. We will mourn the loss of our sister, but let's take a look at this battle here. Looks like this guy was maimed by us and then slain, so game on here. Hota was wounded by an enemy soldier. So we need to master Hugo of Stallion's Grove. If we can catch you, you are going to pay for the death of our sister. That is most certain. Alright, so their forces are still just kind of hanging around here. Let's go down. You know what? We're going to head down. We're going to siege down their land. Give them nowhere to retreat to, and then we will move on from there. The Iron Islands, yeah, they have no forces left. He's also dealing with a rebellion in a liberty war here led by House, which house is this? House Cod, yeah. So Balon's got his own things to deal with, but so do we. So we're gonna swiftly head south here, and then we shall hopefully finish this war. I don't think that this Aegon Blackfyre has much of a chance of success here anymore. There we go. Balon, you have been dealt with. And he has been... What, have you been removed from your position? Lord Jorel is now the Lord Paramount of the Iron Islands, so... Interesting. Okay, so... Looks like Balon has... He wasn't executed, but he was ousted from his position, so he's still... Yeah, so he's still kicking. He probably fled on his ship, but it looks like the heir here, Jorel Greyjoy, is now the one in charge. We'll see how... I mean, he's joining us against the Blackfyres, so maybe he understands that the Iron Islands have no chance of defeating us here. We don't have enough siege men-at-arms to deal with this siege quickly, unfortunately, so that is a little bit of a problem. Oh, what is going on here? I don't even know where we are to be getting... Oh, okay, so we're leading the armies here in the Crown Lands, so it looks like we just probably put Lord Willem here or something in charge to lead that siege. For a few brief moments, Lord Baryard and I pace lazily. Who are you? House Leek. Oh yeah, okay. Pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I have ice, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his sword firmly to hand. This fight may only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. Yeah, I'm the fastest blade in the north. Let's use our Blade Master skills here. In battle, we're an artist, slashing him, driving him backwards, and hopefully getting a swift victory here. Is that the best you got? You can't even hit me. Taking my time, staying calm, and mixing relentless parrying with infuriating dodges, I inexorably erode my opponent's energy. It's quite a while before a suitable gap opens in Baryard's guard, but when it does, that's all I need. With a single powerful cleave from my sword, I tear through his belly and into his stomach. Oof. Ouch. Gore, bile, and my opponent's last meal flood out, showering my lower half, and he lets out an ear-splitting scream. Perhaps it's a kindness when I end his suffering early. So... I mean, the man, he's got a gut wound there like that. It's... I think we should just... end him here. Yeah, his family won't like us for that, but for killing him in the battle, but I think that it would be a mercy to end him there, so... And we shall. Let's take a look. How many people? I think we've only killed, what? 2 people. Garland Bulwer and Lord Baryard so far, but I imagine that might not be the last. That is for certain. So the siege is going to tick down. Unfortunately, we do need some more siege weapons, honestly. We can probably increase the size of this a little bit here. Let's get it up to 3. And then we'll send those siege weapons down to assist our armies. Looks like the sieges here are going fine though, so we'll probably pop back in once some more things of note happen here. These sieges are just gonna go for a little while, I'm sure. Oh, although we do have some forces coming in. Yeah, you know what? We don't have enough forces to siege them down. We're gonna retreat. Pull our forces back, probably a good idea. I do want to have Lord Willem in charge of the army here. He can lead the northerner army. Get a new lifestyle perk, Household Guard, a number of captains, promising prospects. Willem Justum. Let's see. I think that we are going to go probably down the strategist tree a little bit here now. Try to get a couple of these and then move on from there. All right, so our forces have gathered back. All right, let's see. Blackfyre's coming in for one more here. Yeah, all right, so the battle is engaged once more. Let us see how this turns out. I imagine we are fighting here in this fight ourselves, but let's just... Nope, we are actually up there. So Lord Willem will do his best to lead the northern forces to victory here. And there we go. No sheriffs appointed. Well, that's unfortunate. The North is doing what the North must, though, at the moment. Like I said, the Northern Lords, they're not super loyal to us. Oh, what's going on here? A little bit of a rebellion against Lord Edwyle of House Reed. So the Cranag men are rising up against their lord. Oh, that is something we'll have to do and deal with once we get the chance, when we get to finally head back north and deal with kind of the situation up here. You can see it's quite the situation that is going on, but it looks like the Blackfyre has been thoroughly dealt with. It's just a matter of time before he surrenders, I imagine. Let's chase down the folks of there we go. Aha, imprisoned. Wonder what the king is gonna do with him. What is the king going to do? That's a good question, but finally, I imagine that we'll be able to return home, return to the north. Now that the war is done, can head back here to Winterfell. And we are being removed from the position of the Master at Arms. So we were put in that position during the war and then removed from that position after. Huh. I mean, who did he put in charge there? You know what? I feel like Princess Arianne has basically used some political scheming to put herself in this position. Tyrion is the Master of Coin. That seems totally fitting, though. Lord Paramount Gerald of the Vale is the Hand of the King. Lord Merrick is the Master of Laws. Edmure, the Master of Ships. And, well, so we basically won the war for our brother. We won the war for him. And then he says, thank you, brother, but now you can return to the north and I guess deal with what's going on up there. But I don't know, I think we would take this as something of a spurning almost, as we return to the north here, that we've been kind of, our contributions and the aid that we provided our brother here was not looked kindly upon as much as it should have been, really. And I think that raises some questions. So there has been a hot topic of debate in the comments, essentially probably from the second episode, about what we are going to do, about who we are going to marry. And obviously we have the betrothal with Lady Solanne of the Vale, and now that the wars are over, there is obviously an opportunity to act on that. And some people have made some pretty good points, and that things could go, it could be an interesting story if we were to marry her and then kind of be pining for our true love here, our best friend, essentially, Barbary Dustin here. I see the idea there, and I do agree that could be kind of interesting and perhaps a forbidden romance. But I'll probably leave this up to a poll, but I'm positing two kind of options here. So the way I see it, if we want to make closer ties with the South, then we should put the feelings of our hearts aside and marry Lady Salan and essentially build closer ties with the Lords of the Vale and the Lords of the South, and essentially try to kind of play the Game of Thrones, the way that the Southerners do, and that's the way that we would have learned. On the other hand, now that we have been spurned by our brother, I present this other option, and that is to break our betrothal with the Graftons, who essentially, we did have an alliance there, and we helped each other out, but the Graftons did kind of leave us hanging up in the north when we had an opportunity to get a full victory over our enemies. They left us kind of hanging there. I don't know if we can really trust this Lord Paramount Gerald here. Arrogant, gluttonous, generous and authoritative. He's not a terrible man, but... So the option, keep that alliance, work with the Vale and the Lords of the South, try to bring stability to the kingdom, or break the betrothal, marry the woman that we have developed this affection for, Barbary Dustin, who, obviously we had a crush on her, we had a crush on each other when we were younger, and essentially build more ties with the North here. I could imagine that this would help us build ties with the North. Maybe even we would convert potentially to the Old Gods religion, or maybe even the Werewood of the Seven, potentially. Like the Royces here. Yeah, so I could see it going two ways. Do we ally with the Lords of the Vale, keep our ties with the South? Or do we break that alliance, marry a prominent lady of a prominent house in the North, and essentially, potentially, gear ourselves up for, in the future, a independence in the North? I mean, we don't really care much for our brother after these events, or essentially we are going to be a little bit annoyed by him. So so I could see it going both ways, though, because I really do also like the idea of marrying Lady Salan and then perhaps having a illicit romance with the woman that we actually love here in the North, and the potential conflict that would cause. I imagine if we break the betrothal with Lord Paramount Gerald, then he is going to become our rival, potentially even a feud between the houses may develop. But that could also happen if we have some infidelity with our spouse, if we do choose to marry Lady Salan. So I'm actually going to leave this to a poll. I'm going to let you guys decide what you think makes the most sense and what you think is going to be the most interesting. And it's essentially going to be in the hands of the viewers. So I guess we'll find out in the next episode what you have chosen in terms of the future of Lord Jon's romance, love, and alliances here as we move into the next section of this scenario. Until then, thank you for watching.